All right, team, so I'm just going to shoot a candid video as I stroll down the street here. So have a little fun with me, something a little bit more laid back. We're going to make this non-official. This is something that you'd watch if you were thinking about joining our team and just kind of get a good feel for what we have going on. We are a purchase team. So as a purchase team, we focus in on not just calling and establishing those buyer leads, right? But also more or less focusing on relationships. And that's a huge part of this business. So it's kind of multifaceted. So it kind of starts off like this. Like we have all the leads that we had before. So if you watch some of our other videos, you're probably thinking, hey, do you guys still do all that marketing? Do you still have all that business coming in? Yes, we do. And it's the purchase season. So we have over 1,000 people a week who are reaching out to us and saying, hey, we have some questions about buying a house. And it's your job to help answer those questions, to be the expert and to get away from all the minutia that's on the news, right? Because the news is never accurate, and you know that, and I know that, but you need to teach that to the general public and those people who are looking to purchase a home. Now, the market has changed a lot. So a lot of people were approved for X amount before, and now they're approved for Y amount because the interest rates have gone up. And every time the interest rates move, you know, it changes what they're qualified for. So we've made some pretty incredible adjustments to our business. So if you've watched some of our other videos, you'll see that a lot of the stuff that we're doing is the same, but there's also some other stuff that we're working on that is completely different, like MSAs. More on that here in a minute. So I wanted to first start off with, if you were, say, a refi loan officer thinking that you want to go purchase, it is a lot harder than refinances, because with refinance, it's a one call close, you're done, you never talk to that borrower again in your life. With ours, it's still the one-time close, so you still need to quote them out, lock the loan in if they're under contract, or at least get everything in for DPD approval, right? Every person they talk to on the phone needs to turn into an application, and those applications we need to get docs out and get all that set up. Does that make sense, right? So what you're looking to do is different than a refinance transaction. But here's the hardest part. This is where most refinance people, and this is where most purchase people actually struggle, is they struggle really, really bad with forming those long-term lasting relationships. If you're not good at relationships, it's not the career for you. You got to be super organized. You got to really care about who you're dealing with. And I don't mean relationships just with the customer. You got to be good with the realtor, the financial planner, the listing agent. You got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You got to be comfortable calling that listing agent and saying, hey, my buyer is TBD approved. We are already through underwriting. Not only do I want you to accept this offer, but I want your business. And we're going to play those strategies to get that. And that's the number one failure for most people here in the purchase world, right? Is because they try to treat it too much like a transaction. And it can't be. You've got to build that long-term relationship, because this borrower that you're helping them buy a home, you might end up doing a loan for their neighbor, and for their coworker, and for their kids, and for their parents. It all depends on where you're at, right? So you need to be able to establish really, really, really good relationships. So enough about that, right? So purchase, significantly harder than refinances. So if you're coming in, if you're not closing at least 3 deals a month, you need to jump on the phones and take leads. Some of you guys are watching this are like, I'm a retail loan officer. All I'd like to do is schmooze and go to the golf event and smoke cigars. But if you're doing that, and you're not closing at least 3 deals a month, you're doing it wrong, right? So first step is you got to get on the dialer. You got to start calling these purchase leads that we have, or call the realtors, or call the builders. Yes, we've got lists of all of that. So if you suck on the phone, this is not the career for you. You got to go find something else. If you're good on the phones and you're hungry and you want to work hard, this is a great career. Unlimited earning potentials for those of you who are super hungry. So what does that look like, right? So if you're calling like a buyer list. That's evident enough, right? You got to encourage them. As soon as somebody picks up, even if they say that they're not interested, ask them, why aren't you interested? Well, I was outbid on the last dozen homes I bid on. Well, you got to give that person encouragement. It's about relationships. Give those people around you encouragement. If you're calling one of our realtor lists, we got thousands of realtor lists. No, don't call your own list of these crappy realtors that you met at a free luncheon. If they're going to a free luncheon, it means that they're broke, right? The rich agents don't go to the free luncheons. It's a fact, right? I think it was NAR that put out the statistic, like 73% of new agents haven't closed on a house yet. I mean, what the heck? Like, most agents aren't doing any business. So you got to be smart. The people on the list are people who are actually closing deals. They're closing at least $4 million or more per year. That's a good agent for you to chase after. So you call these lists. Yes, you got to get comfortable cold calling realtors. You got to get comfortable cold calling builders. Who likes to cold call? Nobody, right? Who likes the money that comes from cold calling? Everybody. So, hey, I'm just saying cold calling is your friend if you don't have enough relationships. Once you get to 3, 5, 10 closings a month and you find a better strategy than what we have, great on you, right? We'll learn from you. But if you're closing no deals per month and you got a better strategy than what we got, it's not going to work. I don't want to hear it. Don't mean to sound rude, but it just doesn't work, right? So some of the cool things about what we offer for those of you who are purchase savvy, who are in the business and who want to take your business to the next level, we have MSAs. Yes, true MSAs. I'm talking with a big real estate agency tomorrow, setting up another one. We've got builder MSAs. We've got real estate agent MSAs. We've got bank. It's called TPO. I'm not that familiar with it. Clayton's schooling me on that, but I'm excited that we got it, because that means what? More business for you, because you're purchase savvy. So you got your book of realtors and you want to deepen that relationship. Let's set up some MSAs. That's a huge win. They need more than just an MSA. Well, we got a database of 1,000 purchase buyers coming in a week. Plus we've got 40,000 buyers already in our pool. That's plenty for any agent to work, right? Team up with them, have them work alongside of you, take your business to the next level, right? If you're worried about things like, well, do you process loans on time? Of course we do, right? We get docs to title 3 to 5 days in advance. We can get clear to close if you do your job and get everything up front and you go through the TBD approval and this buyer's been TBD approved before they even go under contract, then yes, you can close in 2 weeks, right? It's easy. Government loan? Yes, of course you can do that. The only thing outside of that are your non-QM products, right? Your non-QMs are going to take a little bit longer to close. So just know if it's like a bank statement loan or they got a 540 credit score or something like that, 2-week closings, not so much, right? But those people typically don't care about closing right away. Though it's the buyers that have the 800 credit scores and they need to close immediately or tomorrow or whatever. That's where you're really going to find it. Those people with the 500 credit score, they're just happy you got them a home loan, and they're going to give you a ton of referrals too. So set the proper expectations with that. So we've got MSAs, we got leads, we got a dialing system. If you're like, hey Dave, like, listen, I don't have enough time to call these people during the day, it's not true. You do, because we've got this thing called Phone Burner. You can hop on. Even amateurs get 3, 5, 10 applications in a day. It's about the number of touches. You guys know this is sales is a contact sport, right? The more people you contact, the better your odds. So just make it fun. Make it a new game. I don't know. I like it a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. Leadership. So a lot of you guys have asked questions about, like, hey, I'm a great loan officer. I've been in it for a while. I'm loyal. I'm going to stick with you. We're going to make this thing happen. Dave, what have you got for leadership? Well, the cool thing is that I need more leaders right now. We're on a hiring binge. We have, I think it's 10 or 12 people starting this month. And I would love to have more leaders to help embrace those new people coming on board. We have tons of cool support when it comes to like tech and such. So The newbies, like as they come on board, we don't have to worry. We use Encompass, right? Most people know how to use that, but we've got an entire support channel that helps with that helps with programs, that helps with loan structure, that helps with underwriting, right? I mean, I'm looking for leaders that can come alongside of other loan officers and be like, hey, you're doing 3 to 5 deals a month. Let's implement some of these procedures. It's an already done for you package. We'll get to increase your business by at least 25%. Hopefully we'll be able to double it by this time next year, right? That's what we really need leaders doing, coming alongside of our teammates. And we've got some already, but we need more. We need more because we got a lot of people joining us right now, and we don't want them to miss out on this amazing purchase market. So this is a really bad shot of me as I'm walking down the street, by the way. I think I'm getting a little bit older, got some grays, got a little bit of double chin in there. Man, what happened? What happened? I'm not 25 anymore. Anyhow, a little bit of comedy relief in there. All right, so last but not least, some of you guys are wondering about like, hey, I'm used to making X amount of dollars per month. What can we do to keep me whole? No, this has a lot to do with what kind of mix of business you have. So if you're a newbie loan officer, you don't really get anything because it's really high risk that we even hire you to begin with, right? If you're a seasoned dialing, outbound, solid loan officer who gets structured deals and is hungry and is going to be loyal and work with our team, and not loyal to me, but loyal to our team, for the next year, we've got things like sign-on bonuses and ramp-ups. But the ramp-ups that we have production steps in them. They're really, really low production steps, but they're still production steps because we don't want to pay somebody $10,000 a month to come aboard and sit on their keister. It's just bad for morale, right? I mean, it's bad for the budget. It's bad for morale. It takes the spot of somebody who actually wants to work. So if you're a hard worker and you're going to crush it and you're going to put forth that effort and you're going to work weekends and you're going to work nights, because that's when the purchase market really happens, right? Like nobody says on a Tuesday afternoon, hey, I'm going to go look at homes, because they've got a job. And if they're out looking at homes on a Tuesday, that probably means that they're unemployed, and you're probably going to have trouble getting them approved for financing to begin with, right? So anyhow, I digress. You want to, if you're a hard worker, you're going to excel. You're going to love this business. Sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want, right? If you're just a kind of laid back, play it by ear, blow where the wind blows you type of a person, this job is not for you. It will whip you, it will beat you down, and you will hate it. If you're a passive, kind of happy-go-lucky, don't care about a thing in the world, no structure, no plan, no drive, right? This will eat you alive. This business will just spit you up, or crush you up and spit you out, right? You need to be hungry. You need to have drive. You need to run for it, right? And if you're the kind of person, you will be unstoppable. There's no way that you couldn't be successful, right? Because we got all the leads. So if you're a lead person, bam. We got all the real estate agents, right? So if you are a relationship person, bam. Hey, I'm more of a builder person. Great, we got builders. Let's make this thing happen, right? It's all about you creating the market that you want to work in and working your tail off, and more than anything, producing results. Because the results aren't for me, they're for you. You got a family to support. You got bills to pay, right? You got to hustle to make that happen. The person in the mirror signs your paycheck. Not me, I'm not your boss. It's the person in the mirror. That's the only person that you're ever going to listen to anyways, right? You determine how successful you want to be in this business. I am just your helper. I am the one out there helping with these MSAs, buying more leads, finding more lead vendors, because the vendors yesterday sucked, and I got to find new vendors for tomorrow, right? It's kind of a metaphor, but you know how it is. The only constant in this business is change. So I'm out pounding the pavement to make it easier for you to do your job so you can be successful. I work for you, and you work for the person in the mirror. So you have to decide, is this a good fit for you or not, right? Candid, fun video, but a very meaningful and pointed question that you need to ask yourself to determine if you're going to be successful or not. So thanks for watching our video. It's been a long video. If you're really interested, reach out to one of our recruiting team. Sorry, the wind's picking up. I'm walking down, I'm blowing away. We'll reach over to one of our recruiting team, tell them that you're interested. You want to learn more. Get a little bit of details about our team, maybe meet some of our managers, maybe even get a chance to meet with me. I'm the crazy guy behind the scenes, right? So anyhow, hope you liked this video. Hope you got to laugh a little bit while I'm getting blown away in this Texas wind. It's a gorgeous day here in the community. As you can see, the trees are green. Everything's very nice. But hey, in seriousness, think about this, because this is life change. This is life opportunity. This point, you determine where you want to go with your life. You got to make those choices today that affect the next 10 years, right? And these aren't life choices to make. So be sure to, really consider it, really think about it hard before you pull that trigger, and know that if you're hungry and you work your tail off, you'll be successful. But if you're passive, there's so many other beautiful careers out there where you can have meaning and create joy in other people's lives. So anyways, see you soon. Have a great week.